Hello beautiful people, it's Star and I hope you all are doing very well. Today I wanted to rank the 10 strongest swordsmen in One Piece. Now before I begin ranking the swordsmen, I do want to state some rules here. First, I will only be including alive characters in this list, meaning characters like Ryuma, Roger, Oden, etc. are not going to be included. Also, Shiki will not be counted here because we do not know his whereabouts and his current condition. Lastly, let's brush through the process on deciding ranking the swordsmen. The basics are simple. I will be taking account of swordsmanship, haki, techniques, reputation, its prowess and uses, and in some cases feats or sewings. That's all. But mainly the biggest aspect in play here will be swordsmanship skills, the mastery of the way of blade, and the one who's a true swordsman or closer to it at least. Finally, let's start. At 10, I have King the WILDFIRE. And obviously the reasons are pretty straightforward. First, he wields a sword, specifically a katana, and he's one of the calamities, or more to say the strongest one out of them, because he has the card name King. So basically he should be fairly good at swordsmanship, especially when you consider the fact that he is the strongest calamity of the Beast Pirates. Second, he's most probably going to be the big opponent for Zoro in this arc. So if that's the case, then he's definitely top 10 in my opinion. Now the reason he belongs to the number 10 spot is because till date, he has no solid feat or foreshadowing of his swordsmanship. And on top of that, he also possesses the Ancient Zone Pterodon Devil Fruit, which makes him really powerful and special. So we cannot gauge him with a fixed stature. At 9, I have Ashura Doji. Ashura or Shutenmaru, whatever you want to call him, is without a doubt one of the strongest samurai in Wano. He is a non-devil fruit user but boasts amazing sets of swordsmanship skills, as he was effortlessly able to slash Jack and break his weapons. He was also comfortably able to clash with Inu, one of the top 2 strongest Ming, and his peer. And finally, he was also able to go up against Oden and fight him for a whole night in the past. Now he stated that he has become stronger than what he was in the past, so he is without any doubt one of the strongest swordsmen in One Piece currently. At 8, I have VISTA. VISTA, as we all know, is the strongest swordsman of Whitebeard Pirates and was the 5th division commander, whose division comprised of only swordsmen. He wields 2 blades or sabers, meaning he uses Notorious style and is renowned enough for Mihawk to remember his name. In addition to that, out of respect for him, Mihawk even decided to forfeit this small scuffle where VISTA for a very brief moment was able to exchange blows with him. It was just a few panels or like 1-2 panels, but it was amazing. He's even proficient user of both observation and armament haki, with latter one being able to use it to coat his blades, just like how Zoro has been taught and is applying it after the time skip. Even as a kid, VISTA was shown to be practicing with a sword, so he really is a pure swordsman. I even remember that in One Piece Blue Deep, it was stated that VISTA's swordsmanship is equal or superior to Mihawk, which actually is hilarious and weird to think about. But one thing we can't deny is that he's definitely one of the strongest swordsmen in One Piece. Now the reason he's not higher than this is simply because I think the ones who are above him are more proficient and stronger. But if you think he should be higher, then I totally can understand that because he deserves it. At 7, I have Denjiro or KYOSHIRO. Now we all know that Wano is the land of samurai and the place where the legendary swordsman, also known as sword god Ryuma, lived, who was able to cut down a dragon with his ferocious and incredible swordsmanship. His blade Shushui is the only second blade that we know of in the series, being a black blade, and it is held as the national treasure of Wano. Even Oden was the legendary samurai whose strength was very renowned. So some of the samurais currently are definitely very strong individuals. Not in their level by any means, of course, but at least KYOSHIRO in my opinion is the strongest samurai right now in Wano and has a strength that rivals the calamities of the Beast Pirates. He is also strong enough to casually stop Zoro and negate his 720 Phoenix Pound cannon like it was nothing. He also holds a high authority and is even respected by the Tobiropo up to the point that he can call them out for solving various problems. So yeah, he's at 7 for now and might be even higher if he shows some amazing feats yet again. At 6, I have Zoro. And the reason Zoro is at number 6 now is because of Enma. As we all know, Enma is a huge power up for Zoro if used precisely. It helps him upgrade his swordsmanship skills to a much higher degree with the betterment of armament haki also. In addition to that, after the time skip, he has not gone all out even once. And in my opinion, he should have one huge power up like Luffy if we consider that he was training under Mihawk for 2 years. And on that note, training under the world's strongest swordsman has definitely made him much better at swordsmanship, blades and haki. So for me, he's at 6 for now. At 5, I have SHIRYU of the Rain. Now obviously the main reason SHIRYU is top 5 for now is because his given portrayal and the future role in the story, like being the opponent for Zoro. But that is not all that makes him one of the strongest swordsmen. In pre-time skip, SHIRYU was regarded as someone who was relative to Magellan in terms of power level. And at that point he was a non-devil fruit user, meaning he was an incredibly skillful swordsman to have reached that level of power. And now he is with Blackbeard for 2 years and has acquired a devil fruit. So he should comfortably be one of the strongest swordsmen alive right now. At 4, I have RAYLEIGH. And I don't have to say much here. He is a master swordsman and has amazing skill sets to follow. He, even being rusty and old, was able to hold back Kizaru and showcase some of his swordsmanship. He was definitely one of the strongest, if not the strongest swordsman in his active time as a Rosa pirate. But right now I have him at number 4 because he is not in his prime, is retired and old. At 3, I have FUJITORA. Fuji is honestly underrated in my opinion. He is definitely a very strong individual and especially an amazing swordsman. And if I'm correct, he is still new at using his devil fruit, implying that he has been a devil fruit user for not that long. Which actually speaks volume to his strength because even without his fruit, he should have been an extremely skillful swordsman to begin with. And the conjunction of his devil fruit and swordsmanship are really powerful and great. Definitely worthy of being a top tier. Also, he has been built up to be the main opponent for Zoro from the marine side, and it has been somewhat foreshadowed in the series, and even in the movie Stampede. Number 2 is obviously SHANKS. We all know that SHANKS was a true rival of Mihawk, and they used to duel a lot. Their rivalry even became legendary and had the prowess to save the whole Grand Line in the process. Even Whitebeard stated that their duels were legendary and amazing. Even in the Ace novel, it was said that most of the fame gained by SHANKS came from their duels, like literally every duel was said to have made headlines. And now SHANKS is a Yonko and unarguably one of the strongest characters in the series. So definitely top 2 swordsman in the series for now. At number 1 is the one and only, the strongest / greatest swordsman in the world, Dracule Mihawk. Mihawk wields one of the only 2 known black blades named Yoru, which is also one of the 12 supreme bred swords. He in the entire series has not once used a name attack, and even his casual slashes are just next level. Just with one normal swing, he can slice off a mountain-sized glacier and can destroy a fleet of 50 ships just to kill his time. Definitely the indisputable strongest swordsman in the series. So that was my ranking of the top 10 strongest swordsmen in One Piece right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Also do comment down your ranking as it would be awesome to know your take in this matter. And lastly, if you agree with my ranking, then do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more future One Piece contents. Thank you.